Well, hello there, Scorpio. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your mid-October reading. We'll take a look first at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or areas of resistance, and of course, advice from Spirit about how to maneuver around any obstacles so that you can bring in what your heart truly desires. All right, let's see what is on the horizon for you. Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up. My goodness. Don't you love that energy? I feel like you're feeling like you're getting out of the gates. Yeah, cleansing waters. Okay, and purification activates vibrant life force. See how the difference is in these two cards? Now we have the full moon in Aries on the 17th, and that energy is actually going to be with us until about November 1st. There's something here that you have to allow yourself to release, okay? Because look, it says purification activates vibrant life force, right? You have to clear something out in order to get the energy to charge full speed ahead. It's almost as if by allowing yourself to cleanse out, right? To release anything, especially emotions, okay? Cleansing waters, that's about emotions. Releasing any emotions by allowing yourself to release those emotions. It's like you're letting off some type of an anchor that's holding you back from going after what it is that your heart truly desires. And then hope, out of darkness comes light. Yes. So there's this energy of, there's been a dark period in your life, but with this full moon in Aries, it's coming to completion, right? You're understanding, okay, that situation, that relationship, that, that difficult time in your life, whatever it was, a health issue or something financial or whatever, it's coming to an end. But it does require, it's kind of like when something comes to an end, it also means that it requires time for us to allow ourselves to let go of, or even mourn, grieve what no longer is, right? In order to allow ourselves to open our hearts up to what we want next. It is sometimes very difficult to understand that our dreams don't necessarily always come true, right? And here you have never-ending story. So it could be in a situation or a relationship where you just feel like the same thing happens over and over again. Or you could be seeing it in different situations or different relationships, but it's the same pattern. It's understanding I have to allow myself to release this pattern to see how that pattern, that emotion, that perhaps conditioned belief or mindset, it could even be a habit, something that is holding you back, is anchoring you from having the time, the energy, the vibrant life force, right, in order to go forward. And that is, sometimes, and you're going to be extremely victorious. Okay, Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio rising, so I'm so excited to see this. Look at this. We have victory, and then we have the divine masculine energy, which is very much this energy of taking charge of your life and moving forward very quickly. When you allow this other mindset, right? It could even be because this full moon in Aries is actually going to be in your 6th house. And your 6th house is about your work habits, your daily life, your daily habits. Taking a good look, right? Allowing yourself to kind of like sit there and say, okay, what am I doing on a daily basis, right? And maybe this is something about the foods you're eating or the lack of water, the lack of exercise, the lack of time in nature and not sleeping properly, right? It's kind of like, okay, what am I doing on a daily basis that is draining my life force? Allowing yourself to get really kind of almost like tough love with yourself, Scorpio, I'll have to admit, for myself, I've been feeling that same thing. I don't drink enough water. I'm not getting enough exercise. And it's understanding that does skipping one day, you may not really necessarily feel the effects, but day after day after day, it does. It takes a toll on you, because here is your energy. It's kind of like your understanding. I'm in a vicious cycle of doing something that maybe isn't quite as good for you as you wish it was, right? It's kind of like, okay, whatever it is. I'm not eating enough vegetables, right? I'm not drinking enough water, or I'm partaking in substances that I shouldn't be partaking in as much, whether that is alcohol or some other substance or processed foods or whatever it is. It's kind of like, okay, this is something that is holding me back. And it's almost like you can appreciate the fact that you understand how much this is holding you back. And if you could allow yourself to say, I've got to let go of this. There's no more time. It's only draining me of what it is that I want for myself. And loving yourself enough to say, yeah, it's time for moderation. You have the temperance energy. This is really, it's very much, I don't have the devil energy coming out here, but it's very much the energy of the devil, of understanding, Are you staying up too late, scrolling on social media, or streaming videos? It's getting really with that 6th house, full moon, the full moon in Aries in your 6th house. It's about getting really real. What are you doing on a daily basis that is preventing you from having it says on here, vibrant life energy? What is preventing you from having the energy that you really and truly want? And if you're turning and saying, well, it's the job that I have, or whatever. It's kind of like also understanding you're choosing, right? You're choosing how you do get a choice of how you are spending your days. And that's the 6th house. How are you spending your days? And you have the 9 of Cups, okay? So the 9 of Cups can indicate, kind of like always... I'm going to say I'm getting kind of an interesting, this could be drinking, 9 of Cups could be drinking, participating in drinking, more than you should. But it's also the energy of thinking that every single day has to be happy. Right? It is that energy of thinking, okay, every day has to be a party. And then you have the 10 of Pentacles, right? It's kind of like the two, it's kind of almost like the two opposites. You could have days where you just want to party, and then other days where it's like, okay, I got to work. But it's kind of like understanding that's not balanced. It's about bringing in a sense of temperance, a sense of moderation. How can you balance out your daily activities? Yeah, you're seeing a different perspective of this. Look at this. And then you have the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, right? Allowing yourself to have a different perspective of how you can move forward, perhaps with another person, kind of like offering, okay, what can we do different so we can change the energy in our relationship or change the energy in our home? You have the 4 of Wands, okay? So it could be, that's all 6th house. What are you doing on a daily basis within your own, if you're, in a committed relationship or have children? What are you doing on a daily basis with those people, right? And is that taking you in the direction of what you want for yourself long term? Because that's what you're looking at. What do I want for myself long term? And what am I doing on a daily basis to make sure I get there and I have the energy in order to enjoy it? Yeah, because I feel like there's something that's really draining you here. It's kind of like understanding if you just make one change in your life, it can impact your life significantly, right? And it's like understanding, okay, if I make this one small change, if there's one thing that you could change and you are committed to changing it, how would that impact your life? And I feel like this full moon in Aries is kind of like highlighting that for you, because here you have, this is your obstacle. Look at this, temperance again, having a second chance, having balance in your life. There could have been a time where you really felt like everything was clicking for you, Scorpio. And of course, you are the transformation. You can transform your life. You have transformed your life before. So Temperance energy again. Think of a time when things were more balanced for you. What were you doing on a daily basis back then, right? It's allowing yourself to say, yes, I want this life of sunshine and happiness again, but understanding that it doesn't mean that every single minute has to be a party. I can totally relate to that. There was a time in my life where every day was supposed to be a party, right? And when you're living in that, it feels fun for a while, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh my goodness, like I'm not really going anywhere in my life. It's kind of like, what is it? Why are you here, Scorpio? What's the impact you want to make on the world? And recognizing that, what are you doing on a daily basis to help you get there? Yeah, you're dropping the burden. You're dropping the burden of feeling like you have to please everyone. There is a little bit of energy of trying to please everyone, and you're just kind of like, I'm tired of it, right? It's a burden. I can't give to all of these people and still have the time and energy to go towards what it is that I want, right? It's making that choice. What is important to me? What is my 10 of Cups? What do I have to do to get there? Yeah, I think you are. You are breaking down this energy of feeling like you have to compete. Compete in order, compete for somebody's attention, or compete for attention from the world, or just a sense of competition. This is you saying, wait a minute, this is preventing me from going in the direction that I want. Yeah, you have all this fear and anxiety, sleepless nights. Yeah, it's been coming along for a long time. But what is it that you want for yourself, and having the courage to go after it? Sometimes I'll have to say, Scorpio, that sometimes when we're not really on the path or putting time and energy into what we want to create for ourselves, then we can get diverted in trying to make something else in our life bring us happiness or joy, when it's really not what our happiness and joy is. This is you reassessing what it is that will make you happy, right? And allowing yourself to say, okay, I'm making changes in my daily life. Once again, your daily life, your health habits, your work habits, your daily life habits. I'm making some changes so that I can go after what it is my heart truly desires. And I'm not surprised, you are going to be victorious. Look at this. It's almost like a second chance at life. You're being victorious. You're going after what it is that you want. All of a sudden, you get the inspiration, the vibrant life force, right? And life speeds up for you again. Building a new life for yourself. And it doesn't mean you're letting go of everything in your life, Scorpio. It just means that you're seeing your life in a different way. You're understanding. Like if you live with somebody that goes to bed late, and you're recognizing, I have to go to bed early, right? Because there is something with this Four of Wands. What is going on in your home environment that is preventing you, right, on a daily basis to being able to put time and energy into creating the life that you want for yourself? So if you're living with somebody that wants to stay up late, right, and therefore you're staying up late, even though you would rather go to bed at 8 o'clock, right? It doesn't matter. You want to go to bed at 8 o'clock, but the person you are in a relationship with, or a roommate or whatever, likes to stay up and likes for you to stay up until 11 o'clock, watching TV or scrolling on social media or drinking or whatever it is, right? Understanding, okay, that person needs to understand that no longer works for me. maybe you say, okay, I'll do that with you on Friday or Saturday nights, but the rest of the week, I'm going to bed at 8:30 because I need a good night's sleep so that I have the energy the next morning to work on what it is that I want to work on. I do feel like it's something kind of in your home environment, understanding that it is draining you. Let's see what we have. Yeah, I think you're just, you're kind of understanding. You're not making the progress that you are wanting to make, and you're disappointed about that. But you have a solution. Page of Cups. I see a different way we can do this. You have the Empress energy. It's about, I want to step into my Empress energy and deciding to do that and knowing, okay, there are some things that are going on in my daily life that are draining my energy. Five of Pentacles. You may even feel health-wise that you're just drained, right? And it's kind of like, okay, I'm getting reinvigorated. Second chances. There is this energy of second chances, but it is about allowing yourself to clear out any of the toxic energy that you have, or any toxic habits that you have with that full moon in Aries. I cannot, this is a potentially potent full moon for you. So it's kind of recognizing, okay, I have this chance to change my life. I'm seeing clearly with this full moon, you're seeing clearly what you need to change, and perhaps reflecting on a time when you did feel like you had more balance in your life, more vibrant life energy, right? And you're saying, okay, what was I doing then? What's different about my life now? And how can I incorporate more of the daily habits that I had back then in my life right now? Wow, powerful. I have to say, with my Scorpio rising, this energy has been coming up for me, it's just kind of like a reality check. We can't continue to be harsh to our own bodies, to our vessels, and expect them to continue, going full force all day long. Some of you may feel like you are just in a horse race, running around ragged all day long, and understanding, okay, maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's, I do need a nap. Maybe it is, I do need to go to bed at 8 o'clock at night. Whatever it is, understanding I need to make some changes. Yes. What am I looking for outside myself that is already within me? Yes. I feel like you're kind of like, perhaps, sometimes we deflect blame onto other people or other situations, right? But this is you with that full moon in Aries. Aries is the emperor, right? Taking back control of your own life and understanding that you get to choose, right? It is accountability. We get to choose what we put in our bodies, how we treat our bodies, what time we go to bed. When we're adults, we do get to choose, right? Are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, or love, or something else? When we search outside ourselves, we can become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never feel quite good enough. It's time to go inward to find everything you seek. All the answers you need lie within you. Yeah, it's not someone else's, it's not someone else that needs to change. You may ask that they also go to bed early, or they turn down the TV or whatever, right? But it's kind of like understanding this is a choice I'm making for myself. And it doesn't require that anybody else has to make a change too. But what you're saying is, this is a choice I'm making for myself because I want more vibrant life energy. Wow, beautiful. All right, Scorpio, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. And I do appreciate all of your love and support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.